Hey folks, Jim Thomas here, Fitness Management and Consulting, and welcome to our channel today. I appreciate y'all being here. And if you're new to the channel, if you're finding us for that very first time, welcome as well. It's good to have you. And just as a quick reminder to all, my focus, my mission here on the channel is I want to be able to provide as much information as I possibly can to as many people as I possibly can across all regions. And the best way I can do that is when you choose to subscribe, when you choose to like the videos, when you choose to share the information with colleagues, friends, and associates. So with that said, if you've not yet done so, please hit that subscribe button, please like the videos, and please share the information with friends, associates, and colleagues. And to learn more about me and learn more about my company and how we can help take your business to that next level, be sure to check out those links below. And the two links I'd point you in are the free email newsletter. Check it out to receive additional information on how you can grow and develop your business. And then number two, check out the link to our website at fmconsulting.net. To receive free access to our gym management playbook. So hope to see you over there soon. And so with that said, let's get into our topic today. And this is video number 4. This is a series of 5 of on how to be battle ready, how you can be battle ready, and how your gym business can be battle ready, for any uncertainty that may be ahead, any roadblocks that may be ahead, any setbacks that may be ahead. So this is number 4. If you've not yet seen the previous 3, go check them out, and then we'll have that 5th one coming up here real soon. And so with that said, let's get into some of the topics here today. And so the first one on my list, and I think this is number 16, and this is a quick reminder, what we're asking each of you to do is kind of grade yourself on this. From 1 to 5. Are you a 5-star? Okay, are you 1-star? Somewhere in the middle. And be very objective about this. Like I mentioned on previous videos, this is not a make me proud of you moment. It's not a kick me session. Okay, objectively, where are you at here? Because you want to be ready. You want to be battle ready. To face any uncertainty, any setbacks, any roadblocks that come your way, because we want to be able to advance and to expand into the marketplace. We don't want to find ourselves in retreat mode. Okay, whenever there's uncertainty, this is your chance to advance. Okay, so with that said, our first category here today for you is the issue of design. Okay, it's the issue of design. Okay, and the truth is, top quality design. This is true differentiation. Okay, you have quality design. This will attract more members. It'll keep more members. You can charge more money. And it's been underutilized for a long, long time, really. And so the couple areas when it comes to design, I want to give you guys a couple thoughts on this. But a couple areas with design, just from a simplistic standpoint, is when you first walk in. And it's what's historically been called to as that wow factor, okay, when you first walk in. This is one of the things that can really impact your sales, okay? But when you walk in, it's like, whoa, that's what you're looking for, okay? And I notice from how we have equipment set up in other clubs, we like to have our cardio equipment where you can kind of see it because you get more people using it. It's more of a variety of people using it. And that's going to be kind of within eye shot of when you walk in. But, have your TVs up, and really you want that wow factor that really grabs the customer when they walk in. It's one of the first things you can do, to really impact the sales. The second thing when it comes to, the building itself and your design, your locker rooms. You want these locker rooms to be pristine. You want these locker rooms to be just like it would be at home, okay? This is one of the things that your actual building can do to really impact attrition, because if those locker rooms are dirty, they're unkept, they're messy, they're difficult to work with, it's going to cause you problems. So those are a couple things that I would look at there. And when you're looking at equipment, make this part of what you're doing, okay? But you want that wow factor. Okay, I mentioned on a previous video that we always want to keep our facility as new today as the day that it first opened. Okay, so make sure we maintain that mantra. Now, let's talk about this for a second. There's a lot of folks that are going, hey, Jim, that sounds great, but gosh, we don't have the money. Okay, sometimes, hey, a fresh coat of paint, can make all the difference. Sometimes it's some new carpeting. Maybe you kind of paint the concrete. Maybe you rearrange your equipment. Okay, there are some cost-effective things that you can do that can impact this, because I realize not everyone may have the funds immediately to do some of this. Okay. Now, with that said, you can check out our links below on financing, and if you need financing, really, no matter what your circumstances are, we can help you get that done. But you do want to have a facility that people are going to want to come into. It has to be continually improving, and it really does need to look as good today as it did the day that it first opened. But do not underestimate, the issues of design. Number 2. Continual learning. This is number 17 on our list here, but it's continual learning. And this actually shows up under different headings as we go through this. This one's so crucial and so important. But the people that are great at this, they are students. They are students of this. And I'll give you an example. Back in the days when I owned clubs, and I was pretty young. I opened my first one when I was 22, okay? And, I had passion and desire and focus. I had all that. What I didn't have was the experience of, what works and what doesn't. I was just out there doing it. And as time went on, I got to know gym owners. I'd call them up. I'd hear somebody was good at something. I'd call them up. What are you doing? How are you doing it? What makes that work? Why is it not working for me? Okay? I'd have some gym owners, they'd fly me out, or they wouldn't fly me out. I would pay for it, okay, but they would allow me to come to their facility. I might work the workout floor. I might work the front desk. I'd have dinner with them. We spend all night talking about this. There's a lot of folks that were really willing to help, but we have to have that desire to continually learn, okay, and continually get better. And when you go to trade shows, make that the focus. I mean, sometimes these trade shows can be overwhelming with 200,000 square feet of stuff. Learn. Talk to other people. Learn what's working, what's not. What are you doing differently? Because I can tell you, I learned an awful lot from that, and I learned how to, the proper way to recruit, to hire, to train, to onboard, how to drive traffic. I mean, we were able to really set it up and really very scientific to the point that our staff was trained, had very little turnover. We knew what kind of traffic we were getting. We were getting the volume of people. So much of that, and it came from just me picking up the phone and talking to other gym owners. Now, these are services that we use, that we provide for you. Okay, if you want to talk about that, happy to have a strategy session call. Just click the link below. Happy to talk with you about some of that. If you have other trusted partners, other mentors, other club owners, find out what's working, what's not, and find out why. How can you implement some of that? How can you make it better? But you've got to keep getting better. Continual learning. You really have to be obsessed with it. Okay, if you really want to go to that next level. Number 18 overall, number 3 here on our list today, is kind of the price value part of this. Okay, now let me just kind of talk a little bit about price value just from a selling standpoint. When value exceeds price, people will buy. When value exceeds price, people will buy. And value, how are you going to solve the problem? What solution are you bringing to the table? Okay, and again, this will kind of morph into other categories that we've talked about. But when value exceeds price, people are going to buy from you. Don't make this purely a commodity. Here's all of our equipment, here's all of our stuff, and here's a price. Because when you're just another club, it's going to come down to money. Usually the lower the better. And I tell you, one of the mistakes that I see on this, a lot of clubs that kind of offer a lot of facilities and a lot of services, they start lowering their price, but they're still doing group exercise. They still are paying personal trainers. They're still, have a sales staff. They're still doing all these things. They've kind of changed the model. It gets back into, a previous video we talked about the business model. Sometimes that mistake is made. The other thing when it comes to price value, if you've not done it, I hope you've done this, but you have a pro forma budget, particularly if you're new. But we always have this pro forma budget. What do we expect? What are we expecting to have happen here, based on what our population is, what we're going to charge for this, penetration rate. What do we expect to have happen? Because generally speaking, in a marketplace, about 20% of the people, number I'll use here, about 20% are going to be expected to be a member. Okay, and we want to make sure that we capture our fair share of that, and then of course we get into uncontested market space and all that. Here's a good rule of thumb to follow. Okay, if your gym needs 2,000 members, 4 times that. You need to have at least that many people who are expected to be a member of a gym. If your gym needs 4,000 members, 4 times that, you need to at least have that many people who are expected to be a member of a gym. These are some good ways to kind of look at this. Okay, don't overbuild for the market there. Now, one of the ways you can kind of mitigate some of that sometimes is as you look at that uncontested market space. Uncontested market space, that 80% that no one's marketing to. Folks that have not worked out for a year need to lose 25, 35 pounds, making it more palatable, easier for them to walk in, easier for them to want to make a decision, easier for them to join. Okay, these are all things that we can do within that category. Okay. Number 19 on my list, and I think number 4 here today is kind of the functionality of this. Okay, and the functionality of it really depends on the type of model you're putting in. I mean, if it's a yoga studio, if it's a spin studio, if you're going to have boxing, you're going to have a lot of treadmills, a lot of bikes. I mean, a lot of that can get kind of costly. Others doesn't cost quite as much, but you have to figure all that in terms of, are we marketing to that audience? Is there a need, for that type of facility in this marketplace? Go back and look at differentiation. What are you doing that's so much better than everybody else? What are you doing that's so much different than everybody else? It doesn't need to be what you like. What is your customer like? Okay, what's your customer going to like here? And we want to make sure that we're keeping all this new. Again, it ties back into some other things, is that we want to keep our facility as new today as the day that it first opened. But, the functionality and the cost, I mean, it's going to vary. Make sure you tie that in, to your pro forma budget. And then last on our list here for today, number 5 today, number 20 overall, is the issue of hospitality. Grade yourself on it. How do you do on a scale from 1 to 5? Are you 5-star? Hospitality. Do we greet every customer that comes in and use their name? Do we use their name twice? Okay. Are we giving that good faith effort? In other words, someone joins online, they come in today, and they say, hey, I joined online yesterday. Hey, where can I change? Oh, yeah, just around the corner, there's a locker room. Or, hang on, let me show you. Okay, that good faith effort. Okay, hospitality, that member experience. What's the member experience like? Okay, what's that sense of community like? Grade yourself on this. Really challenge yourself. As I mentioned on every video, this is not a kick me session. It's not a make me proud of you session. Objectively, where are you at? Because you want to be battle ready in the event of uncertainty, which you're going to have, and in the event of roadblocks and setbacks, which you're going to have. We want to be able to advance and to expand into the marketplace. Okay, and that issue of hospitality, when you learn about this, you don't have to learn it all from the fitness industry. A lot of times the fitness industry doesn't do as good a job on that as they could. Check out, hotels, restaurants. How do they handle that? How do they welcome you? I can think of fast food restaurants that do a marvelous job of hospitality. I mean, and they've got a line around the building 2 or 3-fold, okay, because they're so good at it. Okay, and it's a fast food, that's being sold. So it really can be a difference maker if we choose to do it right, because, job one here is we want to keep what we have. We want to keep our member base, okay? We don't want to keep churning, all right? So this is our wrap up on video 4. We've got one more to follow. If you've not yet seen the other 3, make sure you check those out. And again, as a reminder, my name is Jim Thomas, and my company's Fitness Management and Consulting. Appreciate you being here today. And again, as a quick reminder, my mission here in the channel is I want to provide as much information as I possibly can. I want to provide it to as many people as I possibly can across all regions. And the best way I can do that is when you choose to subscribe, you choose to like, and you choose to share the information. And as a quick final reminder, don't forget to check out the link below to our website at fmconsulting.net. You can get 100% free access, to our gym management playbook. And we look forward to seeing you on the next video, video number 5.